Right, I won't lie. He looks like one of those characters in a film who would stand in front of a metro station and ask you for a ticket, and if you don't pay the ticket for the metro, he looks like someone who would chase you around the entire city until you give him the bloody money for the metro. That is Sergiño Dest in, the character view of Sergiño Dest. Obviously, who cares about what he looks like? Who cares about his personality? What we need is top-notch players. Now, I think, obviously, one of the few positions which we need to improve this summer, and I wish we would improve right now, but obviously it's not going to happen because, transfer market is over. But one of the positions, which we need to improve the most is the right back position, and I would also say the left back position. Because, as I always say, it will take time for Spinazzola to be back, 100% fit, and especially to be the player he was this summer in the Euros. It will take Spinazzola time, to be that player again. And I'm not too sure if the second Spinazzola comes back, obviously he 100% will not be that player. It will take him time to re-become that player again. And also, I have a feeling that Spinazzola has had a very bad injury and might have repercussions over the course of his football career. Now, Spinazzola has forever been a player who has been extremely unlucky with injuries. The injury he had this summer at the Euros against Belgium was terrible. Possibly one of the worst injuries a football player can have. Broken Achilles tendon is absolutely horrendous. And I think it can have repercussions, meaning it can lead him to other injuries. So I think the substitution we bought for Spinazzola this season, I'm sorry, but it's not good enough. Vigna is not good enough. And if you combine Vigna and then on the other side you put Karsdorp, you've got two defenders which, have nominated themselves defenders but don't defend at all. So playing with Karsdorp on the right back and Vigna on the left back, it's literally playing with only two defenders if we're playing with four defenders at the back. Genuinely speaking, we all can agree that Vigna and Karsdorp don't defend. They are all fullbacks, both of them, which much prefer, directing themselves in the attack section, crossing the ball. The problem is, lately, when they've been trying to do so, the last time Karsdorp actually got a good cross, I can't remember when it was. When Vigna they can't cross either. So, conclusion is, both Karsdorp and Vigna are just not good. Not good enough. And something which obviously needs to change for us to achieve our objectives over the course of next season is brand new fullbacks. Spinazzola on one side, and we need a good substitution to Spinazzola, and then a good right back, because Karsdorp is just not having it lately. So, in these last couple of hours, I've been reading that Thiago Pinto really wants to bring Sergiño Dest to play for Roma. Now, obviously, I do think something which helps a lot is the ideology which Barcelona are now following. I think it will play a big part, and it can also, I think it can easily lead to Sergiño Dest joining another club. I think 100% Sergiño Dest will leave this summer. Will it mean he will join Roma? I'm not too sure, because there will definitely be other clubs interested in him. But I think he plays for a club which are adopting an ideology which is a great ideology, but it will take a lot of time for Barcelona's ideology to actually, get back to Barcelona's prime. Because what's happening over at Barcelona is that a cycle is over. Neymar, Iniesta, Messi, Suarez, PK even in defense, Xavi, that era is over. And this summer, when Messi left, we just got the confirmation that the cycle of Barcelona is over. What Barcelona are starting to do is that they're rebuilding a brand new cycle. And they are experimenting with young players. And that is exactly what Barcelona is known for. Now Pedri is unbelievable. Gavi is unbelievable. They've bought Adama Traore. Yes, he's not that young, but he can give a massive boost to the team. They're playing with Nico Gonzalez. They're playing with Araujo. They're playing with, what's his name? Mingueza. They are starting a brand new cycle. And this ideology that Barcelona is using to look at the future will easily lead Sergiño Dest to leave Barcelona this summer. Xavi especially has a lot of experience when it comes, on transmitting the football passion to young players. Xavi is one of the best, midfielders the history of football could ever see. And for Gavi, for Pedri, for all of these young players at Barcelona, they could not have chosen, not them, because obviously they didn't choose them, but the president of Barcelona could not have chosen a better manager to let these players grow even more. Because Xavi knows what the football pressure is like. And, Barcelona, frankly speaking, with Xavi are now gaining really good results. It'll be very interesting to see them play Napoli on Thursday. But, overall, they're starting to grind more and more. Sergiño Dest has been cut off by Xavi Hernandez. Sergiño Dest will leave Barcelona. As I said, will this mean Sergiño Dest joining Roma? That's another discussion. But what I've been reading is that both Mourinho and Thiago Pinto really, really, really want to bring him to Roma this summer. Now, obviously, he's a player, I'll be honest with you, he's very similar to Karsdorp. Not just because they're both, from the Netherlands, but, Sergiño Dest. I'll be honest here, there might be people watching this who are La Liga fans, who are Barcelona fans maybe. And I do watch Barcelona, I do watch La Liga. I tend to watch Barcelona in the Champions League more than La Liga. But it's not a league I follow week in and week out. But what I've seen from Sergiño Dest is that he is another one of those fullbacks which forgets about the defensive section too much. He's very fast on the ball. Karsdorp's fast on the ball as well. Now, he's a very young player, once again. And he used to play for Ajax. And Ajax are probably the most well-known team when it comes to growing their own academy teams. Their own academy players. So, Sergiño Dest, in my opinion, can bring that youth mentality to this team. Now, I'm not sure if Roma's mentality will be similar to Barcelona's mentality, which is, to just give faith to the young players. I'm not sure if that's where Mourinho wants to go. But if I'm going to put a bet on it, it's definitely not. I think what we will see over the course of this transfer market is Roma buying youngish players, obviously, which have talents. But we will also see Roma buying some experienced players because they need to set a mentality for the young players inside. I think Sergiño Dest would bring that, that boost obviously on the right-hand side. That's without a doubt. But Karsdorp does do that as well. The problem is that Karsdorp, as we said before, absolutely wants to attack more than defend, but can't attack. And one thing which Sergiño Dest can do absolutely fantastically is actually attack. In fact, he is, he's a right back. He played 22 matches and he has 3 assists, which doesn't sound like much, but trust me, he is a left back. He has his contributions. He can cross the ball, something which Karsdorp, especially lately, actually forgot. So, I think as a deal overall, I do think it's not too bad because it won't cost us that amount of money. I do think his value isn't that high, and as we said before, that kind of ideology which Barcelona are following will allow Sergiño Dest to leave Barcelona this summer. I'm convinced when it comes to that. But the problem is, I do also think that there are other better left backs out there, right backs out there, which can give a sort of, which can give a better style to the team, if you see what I mean. Now, I'm not saying he's not good enough, But when you compare him to Karsdorp, obviously he's better at attacking, but other than crossing the ball and having contributions in the attacking section, I don't see many changes. So I do think another positive thing about Sergiño Dest, which I forgot to say, is actually the fact that he's not aggressive at all. And if you compare it to Karsdorp, it's a massive bonus. Karsdorp is too aggressive. Roma this season have been just too aggressive. Mancini in particular. But Karsdorp, after Mancini, is definitely the most aggressive player. Karsdorp always gets booked. Karsdorp is one of those players which gets, frustrated very easily and then ends up getting a lot of bookings, a lot of yellow cards. Sergiño Dest, out of 22 matches this season, has only received 2 yellow cards, which is good because one of the key factors of why we lost so many points is the fact that, for many matches we've been missing big players. Big example is Bologna. You remember that absolutely theft of the referee giving a yellow card to Abraham against Bologna, for example, which then we lost, and then it also gave an impact to Inter Milan, which we lost. So I think a big part of this season was frustration, because the second these players are under pressure, they start fouling every single one of them. So I think balance when it comes to the aggressiveness is definitely something to talk about. Any news on how many games Mourinho will be suspended for? Actually, I have read something, and it says that Mourinho might risk a 3-game suspension, which is a lot. Spezia on Sunday, Atalanta, and then what's the next one? Let me quickly check. Spezia for sure. Spezia, Atalanta, and Udinese away. Thank God he's back for the derby. If Mourinho's not back for the derby, we're losing the derby. Overall, I think it could be better. I'm not going to lie when it comes to that. But I do see some improvements of him in compared to Karsdorp as well. What do we think about him? Are we happy that we're trying to buy him? Let me know in the live chat if you think he can improve the team. Actually, you know what? Let's look at the poll. Right. Right. 56% of you guys says no, and 44% says yes. Quite balanced. More of you guys are against Sergiño Dest, and I think. I don't blame you. I do feel as if there are better options out there. So I think once again we can't rush anything, because if we rush, then we will end up buying useless players like we did this summer. We need to, in a way, this is more for Thiago Pinto. Mourinho can't do anything about this other than listing a few players that he will present to Thiago Pinto this summer. But definitely something which needs to improve is the not wasting money. And we've said this a lot. I'm not going to spend all the time re-saying it, but it's just the way it is. I would much rather us wait 1 month more than, what we actually want. Look, I'm going to put it this way. I would much rather want Thiago Pinto and Mourinho to focus and be careful on buying players and spend more time buying these players than rushing everything. I'm buying that, so I'm giving Mourinho a player. Give me that, I'm giving Mourinho another player. No, because the result of that will be what we've seen this season. Vigna, Maitland-Niles, Shomurodov, all of these players which at the end of the day just don't allow a squad depth, and that's just the way it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you tomorrow with another live stream. In the comments of this video, let me know your impressions on Sergiño Dest. A poll does give me an impression of how you feel about, but feel free to give an explanation of why you would like Sergiño Dest joining Roma, or why you wouldn't like Sergiño Dest joining Roma. If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, get this number to 3,000 subscribers, as fast as possible and smash the like button on this video as well as soon as it becomes a video. And follow me on Instagram at _the Simon Show and subscribe to my second channel. Link is in the description below. Karsdorp dribbling ability is really awful. Oh my god, says Tino Muki. Why did I read Timu Puki for a sec? I turned around and I saw Timu Puki. I like Karsdorp and Viña as backups. They both run like a train without an operator. They both make good interception with pace. However, they don't know how to slow down and unload the proper way. I agree. I think, you know, they've got positives, they've got negatives. More negatives than positives, if you ask me. I don't like our fullback support from Spinazzola. Right now, I agree with you. Roma started investing in young good players, give Mourinho the money. I would buy Lamptey from Brighton. Martial, Maguire, no way. You know how much money we would waste for Maguire? Don't. I would definitely buy Lamptey. I would definitely buy Ginter. I would not buy the two Manchester United players. Such a waste of money, especially Harry Maguire. What do you think about buying Matthias Vanberg from Bologna? Will be bargain around 10 millions. He's not bad. Bologna are actually playing tonight against La Spezia. What a match. Monday night classic. Yeah. Enjoy with popcorns. Bologna Spezia. No, definitely gonna watch that match. Not gonna watch that match. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in Bologna, if you're interested in Svanberg, then it's definitely something to look at. He's a young player. He's got potential. So I actually like Svanberg. Did he score against us? He actually did score against us. And £10 million for someone like Svanberg is an absolute bargain. So yeah, I'll catch you soon, lads. I'll catch you tomorrow for another live stream. And